Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to the Silent Age. Let's jump into Chapter 2, The Future. We're just gonna hit restart because it did just smoothly transition after we did Chapter 1. So I want to start with the dialogue at the very beginning. Wanting any progress will be lost. We haven't made any progress, that's fine. After we should have read the intro. Here, we can do that. We can do that. We'll just come back here and we'll restart again. After learning about Frank's sudden departure and getting promoted, drama unfolds as Joe finds a dying time traveler who asks him to save man from extinction. Now in police custody, Joe must make sense of it all. So I assume what's going to go on here is they're going to say that I shot the time traveler. Will we start again? This is probably going to be a conversation piece. Uh, that would make sense. First level was a point and
Look,
click
I
adventure.
don't want to be unreasonable here. All I want is some simple
We haven't
answers
seen
to
any
some
dialogue
simple
choices up to this
questions.
point.
Do you want this to become complicated, do you? Because, oh, we can do that, you know. Make things complicated. Is that what you want?
No, sir.
Yeah, didn't think so. Let's just keep this nice and informal, shall we? See, I'm a simple, easygoing fella. I try to be affable and not go too hard on people. That's what I find works the best. Now, my partner over here, he's a different kind of guy.
Straight up
A
good
real
cop, bad
stickler
cop.
for the rules. Ain't that right, Burke? See, I'm not too good with long, complicated answers. I confuse easily. Some kind of brain problem. I don't know.
Hmm.
So sometimes I gotta consult him, you know, in complicated matters. He's got a real talent for helping suspects simplify their statements. Thing is, he's not much of a people person, so most people seem to prefer dealing with me. So tell you what, I give you some simple questions, you feed me some simple answers, and we're all home before Donahue. How's that sound? Now, do you mind telling me what this is?
The
Bet you
correct
don't.
answer would be I don't know. Interesting. So, intense police officer, security camera, mirror, door, and sunlight. So let's just click on it. Well, geez, don't do I just push it? Whoa, where did the lights go? Hello? Was was I just knocked out? I feel weird, like I just folded flat and inflated again. Hello? Well, problem solved. And honestly, I think that would probably be your best bet. It's like pick it up, hit the button, see whether it works or not. So I assume now I'm in the future. Oh man, that's bright. So I bet the time travel device is now uh, not charged. It has solar batteries, so we need to recharge it if we're going to go back in time, which we probably need to do. And you can see we are in the future. See, that's probably a good thing. Maybe I missed some achievements there where if I clicked on the cops and talked to them, I looked at the mirror, looked at the door, all that. But honestly, it probably is the right move to get away. Also, if I do miss any achievements, it's
Man,
not going to be that. Man, I'm dizzy. What is this? What happened here? How long was I out? Uh, yeah, it would be real easy to jump back into a chapter. So we've got a tree here. Do we just stand here?
Hmm.
It seems to be out of power. The guys say it was solar powered, so I guess that means I need to get into sunlight. Hmm. So, picture, who's this guy? J. Edgar Hoover. Who's J. Edgar Hoover? He probably doesn't know. It's Mr. Hoover. I've seen pictures on the news a lot lately. Huh. So he does know. J. Edgar Hoover. How many different responses? Usually you get two, sometimes you get three. The door says evidence room. It's locked. Hmm. Stairs to the first floor, stairs to the basement. I suppose we should go to the first floor. I'm really confused. This doesn't look like a police station at all. Where did they take me? Who cares? You're free. Okay, that's gross. So we could go to the second floor too. We're doing multiple floors like the first act, but this time with stairs instead of elevators. Office door. Let's check this. It's locked. Hanging man. Oh my god, what is this? I feel nauseous. I still don't have a clue of what just happened, and now there's a dead body hanging from the ceiling. Interesting. This is a nightmare. It's gotta be. So, when we're trying to determine what kind of, yeah, adjust your hair just because I'm sitting here. We're trying to determine what kind of apocalypse has happened here. Let's see. There's a key attached to the belt. I should just grab it and hope it gets me somewhere. Oh, so there was a key that just shows up there. Whoever this key is for, I hope it takes me away from here or wakes me up. This guy must have known what was coming, either that or he was pushed. I can't tell which though, it makes me feel worse. See, yeah. I'm no corner, but it looks like he's been there for years. The other dead body I ever saw was my Uncle Fred at a funeral. He fell into a septic tank and died on the way to the hospital. This is different. Let's go get this hammer. So why would a door be boarded up? That tells me some kind of predator, like zombies. It's been boarded up. Can I use the hammer on the boards? The hammer doesn't have a claw to remove the nails, and the planks are too thick to break. There must be a better way out. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be zombies, though. It could be that the police station was just overrun by people. There's a big gaping hole in the floor. Pinata?
No.
What am I, an animal? I guess I am. Oops. Uh, see if the key unlocks this door. It doesn't fit. Alright, let's go to the stairs to the second floor. Now, here's a picture of Lincoln. Does he recognize him?
Far out.
There's a safe hidden behind this. Far out, man. You're just full of treasures, aren't you, Mr. President? Lock safe. It's locked. What a drag. Well, my Hercules, it's the safe. Crooks use dynamite to open these things, for Pete's sake. What's this door? The handle's broken off. Alright, well, smash that door open. I'd never get through with a puny thing like that. Hmm. None of these things are clickable. Who's this guy? It's Wyatt Earp. Good thing these pictures have labels or I would have never guessed. Hmm. It's that sheriff that shot Paul Newman and Yul Brynner and Butch Cassidy in the Sundance Kid. What a bummer. They should have had Brynner up to there. Old references. Old references. So we can look at the hole, but we can't go any further, I probably. Okay, I just might be totally far out, but what if I timed that time travel guy was right? What if this weird box in my pocket actually took me out there to the future? I mean, think about it, Joe. What other possible explanation could there be? You're not dreaming, and that's for damn sure. Head hurts too much. Hmm. It's a big gaping hole in the floor. Maybe it's too cloudy. I should be really careful where I walk. The floor is covered, caved in all by itself. Like, maybe I have to find a different source of light besides just the window. It's the hope the guy downstairs is hanging from. It's tying the door in place. So, break the handle. The hammer is useless here. I need to cut the rope with something. Alright, so we gotta go down. Now, of course, the weirdest thing in the world to do would be to recharge the time travel device and reappear right where I was. Although, I only count 3 steps. The first 2 are fine. The third seems somewhere in the basement. So we can't go to the basement. We're limited to 3 levels, just like the first act. Hmm. Yeah, if you want to regain your life, you are going to probably have to go back in time to either stop the events that led to you getting arrested or to the interrogation room to talk your way out of it. And frankly, if I had a time travel device, I would suggest heavily to stop the events that led to you to getting arrested. By the time you're in the police station, you're already pretty much done for. Hmm. Police have a heavy. The grate is locked with an old rusty padlock. Uh, Police heavily don't believe that they ever arrest innocent people. At least that's the stereotype. Oh my god, I must be in Lewitt. This police idea, it's the officer from the interrogation, Burkowski. This is serious. What? It's for every fiber of my being is telling me not to touch it, even if it's skeleton. You can probably tell he was able to snap you like a twig. So we've got like the ID now. You think skeletons were uh, scary enough, but the huge jaw takes it up a notch. I'm seeing these little flecks of light, and it for a second there made me think that there was like bugs crawling on the floor, but nope, no bugs. Let's look at the evidence. Unlicensed small arms, anti-war propaganda, unregistered sexual aids, dentals, the rest of the box that have case numbers. Hmm. There's a lot of stuff in here. Unregistered sexual aids. Was that ever a thing? Huh? I don't know. Maybe. Hit this with a hammer. Okay, come on. I can't even break the rusty old padlock with a hammer. I may be out of shape, but this is stupid. There's barbed wire on this fence. Why would you do that? Why would you put barbed wire in your place? There's like a AK-47 or something up there. And you're not protecting that, but this katana. That's the ID card with evidence locker. Not a bad idea. I've seen it done 100 times on Dragnet. Doesn't work on padlocks, though, only doors. Alright. So, I don't think there's a real good reason to go back into the investigation room. Let's try this on this door. Crap, it broke. Oh, hang on, it clicked. The door opened. This is just like on Dragnet. I'm really not sure whether to be buzzed that it actually worked or appreciate the irony of breaking in using a police ID card. It is pretty ironic. Hmm. It's kind of interesting this point and click adventure just completely and very effectively bypassed a conversation scene, or at least it let me bypass a conversation scene easily just by picking up the device and moving on. Uh, it's fine. I guess that helps. They're either rusted or locked. Uh, some of the point and click adventure games can be sometimes too wordy, or they can give you multiple options on dialogue where you have the option at least to exhaust it. So you click on like this line of conversation for 5 clicks, the second line of conversation for 5 clicks. Uh, I don't think they're terrible though. I think I would prefer that there's some conversation choices in almost any game, as long as it's done well. But then, if the game doesn't want to do that, the game doesn't want to do that. I don't really hold it against them. Some kind of fish, carp, I think. It's just a picture of a small fish. It's so I click on everything twice. They're a bit smelly for some reason. They sound empty. They're either rusted or locked. Let's look at the photographs. There's some kind of number scribbled on this. It's too short for a phone number or license plate, maybe a door code or something. The safe code, obviously. Bell wanted for murder, possible connection to the San Francisco 8. Is that Anthony Bonham wanted for 2 counts of murder, possible connection to the Black Liberation Army in San Francisco 8. Is the San Francisco 8 something, or is Freddie Hilton wanted for 1 count of murder of SF police, possible connection to a Marxist revolutionary camp? Am I Freddie Hilton, or was that somebody we know? I think he'd mentioned it. Russell Schultz wanted for questioning by the CIA, record classified. Aaron Soto suspected in 5 counts of murder. Suspect 0. Hey, that's my picture. It looks like it was taken by a camera when I was talking to that officer just now. What's going on here? So I am suspect 0. Hmm. Possession of experimental weapon, military grade weapons, case evidence seized by Homeland Security Task Force. I don't understand. I didn't do anything. I barely know what happened. Homeland Security Task Force. Interesting. I need to find out what's going on. Is that what it's gonna say each time? No, it's gonna cycle. So they think I started everything. One of the drawers is unlocked. There's a bottle of gun oil in there. I'll take it. Hmm. The desk has seen better days. There's nothing unusual about it. I can't crawl out the window. So maybe I do start this whole chain of events by accident. It's a map of the country. It's riddled with pins and circles and notes that look like they were written in a hurry. So if there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dots, 3 in here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, count it again just to be sure. Maybe those are the San Francisco 8, but then that would make no sense because San Francisco is over here. I thought maybe these were nuclear impact sites. That would explain hitting areas in New England, and one, maybe there's like a missile base somewhere here close to Florida, and then maybe there's a central control in this area, maybe Cheyenne Mountain or something like that. I don't know. I don't know my states well enough to point that one out. Alright, so still nothing we could do here. We'll say this point and click adventure game so far hasn't thrown a lot of confusion into us. Unlike Sam and Max, for example, where you could pick up items and have to go 20 screens to the left or right to finally use that and have some conversations before you can use it. It seems very much like here they're keeping the acts short and sweet, and because of that, there's not going to be a lot of items that we need to interact with. Like, we've got the time travel machine, we've got the hammer, we got the code, we got the oil. Which one's going to be used with the safe? This one, of course. Use code with safe. It worked. Oh, there's nothing in here. Nothing but a dumb paperclip. What a bummer, man. And this door is missing a handle. Alright, so there's nothing else. Hmm. It seems like uh, this is the office, so let's go back down one to the evidence room. Seems like probably the oil and the paperclip are going to be used to open the lock. That gets me the katana. Oil on the rusty lock. The lock tumbler seems a little less stiff now. Paperclip on the evidence locker.
Wow.
It opened well. That's a lot easier than I thought it would be. Yeah, interesting, just drastic varying levels of security here. It's like you can break into this, you can get in the room, which is where your first and probably your only necessary line of defense needs to be. And then there's this extra cage with barbed wire. But then all the other evidence and this gun just sitting up here without the barbed wire. Open that. Let's take the katana. It's a katana. I always wanted one of these, but somehow I don't feel as excited about it now. I don't know if katana would be particularly interesting to somebody from the 60s. Uh, Somebody from like the 90s in the ninja phase would probably, the ninja fads would probably want katana, but I mean, if you were close to World War II, the only people that would have katanas would be uh, either Japanese Americans or somebody who fought in World War II and stole a katana as a war prize. Does the katana work with the door? I doubt it. The katana is not the right tool for this door. Let's just go ahead and try this on him. We already tried to pinata him with a hammer. Why not pinata him with a sword?
No.
Slashing a dead person with a sword? What happened to you, Joe? Well, you're being controlled by a lunatic playing a video game who wants to see what crazy responses you'll come up with. Alright, so this on this. The fear is he's gonna crash through one floor and then hit the next floor, and there'll be a hole everywhere. I guess we should just go in. Office. And see, this game has a tendency to just hit dead ends, too. So, that was this person dead already, or was this person just locked in this room because of the other thing? The guy hanging from it. Look at the bookcase. Lots of dusty files and reports. Find some files on yourself. All these look really uninteresting. Lots of dusty files and reports. Picture broken, picture broken. This looks like the only report that's gonna matter is gonna be sitting right on the desk. Let's look out the window. There's a big tree growing outside. I think it might be able to get a way out. There's a duty roster on the desk. Seems a lot of officers were homesick that day. It's just a regular desk. It's nothing special about it. Alright, let's talk to the dead police officer. Well, not talk to him, but search him. I'm not gonna get any. I'm not sure I'll get used to this. I can't even tell if he's a man or a woman. By the looks of the office, he or she was at least a lieutenant. I'm not sure I'll get used to this. So the window, this is the kind that doesn't open. I'll need to break it. So we're not breaking anything else. We're just going to break the glass. Well, I should be a little bit more careful. I almost cut myself there. Yeah, you should. Let's go out the hole in the window and climb down the tree, I guess. Hmm. See, and this is strange because this feels almost like we would be close to uh, the end of the area. Let's see. Let's look at the tree branch. We got the sun here too. Whoa, there's really far down. Whatever that guy was feeling in the movie Vertigo, that's what I'm feeling right now. The branch looks sturdy enough in theory. I'm just not sure I'd be able to make it. I need something to hold on besides a prayer, I mean. So I don't think we need to actually travel down. Let's just use this on the sun. It's really foggy, but at least the sun still exists. That's something. Now use this. Need to find a sunny patch. So I can't just click on it and then use it on the sun. I need to, I guess, click to the sun. I can just barely make out the outline. The fog is really thick. Seeing, I wonder if the fog is ash from some nuclear winter. I think it would hold my weight, but it's 3 stories down. If I try to climb down, I'll break my neck. I need something, some rope or wire to hold me. Okay, well, the dead guy did hang himself with a rope. Right now would be a great time to be, like, tricked. If we ran into somebody who was alive, or if we ran into an animal or something. He fell down the hole. Because here we've gotten comfortable with this area being full of just dead bodies. So a surprise would be the next thing. I would write into the story myself. It was bad enough when he was hanging from the ceiling. Take the rope. So we've got the rope now. I suppose you wouldn't use the rope with the basement. It's way too dark down there. I have no idea where the landing, if, well, I'll be landing if I went down. So can't go downward that way. Climb back up. Hmm. Yeah, it just feels like there's no red herrings in this. It seems really simple, really easy compared to like Broken Age where there was silly, dumb explanations to solve puzzles. This is just very straightforward. It's very far away from the traditional point-and-click adventure in that way. If everything's straightforward, it becomes too simple of a game, too quick of a game. Oh, so that's how he was gonna do it. Personally, I would have tied it around myself and shimmied down the thicker part, not tied around a very small branch, relatively speaking, and climb down. But whatever. Chapter 3, The Machine. So, I guess we could probably give a chapter by chapter mini review there. It's like the present felt a little bit longer. I mean, we took the first chapter took us 45 minutes. We're barely doing 30 minutes now. Uh, is that because I skipped some stuff? Uh, if I clicked here and then clicked start again, I would probably lose all the progress and have to play the whole game again. And I don't see a reason to do that. Even if there was some achievements later on, I would wait. And if that is the case, that there are achievements later on, uh, I would work my way backwards and do any achievements that you need to do on 10, then start at 9, so you only lose the progress of 10, then start at 8, then work your way recursively backwards, like that. Uh, I would also, it, it would also be cool if, since this is a time travel based game, oddly, Broken Age was not really a time travel based game, although it gave us that red herring to think it was. But since this one seems to be, at least, it would be kind of cool if at a certain point you did have to go back to like 1 and you could just in the menu go like, no, I've got to go back here and do this, but I'll have all the items I've collected from this. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. You'd have to redo your whole layout and your way of thinking, but that would definitely be an interesting twist on it. Anywho, that was kind of dull, low on conversation because we're in the future with everybody dead. Kind of low on interactions, but probably 2 or 3 more items than the first act. Everything seems just kind of keeping it minimal, keeping it simple. Will that work for this game, or will that turn out to be a disappointment? I don't know, but we'll have to find out as we continue forward. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.